Good morning. Hi. Hello. Hey. How you doing? You got your coffee? Get your coffee. Or your tea. Whatever you drink to wake up. I used to drink orange juice to wake up sometimes, but yeah, I can't have that right now. Anyway. What are we doing here? I don't know. You clicked on it. I'm just here. Welcome to Periwinkle Palace Arts, our little home on the internet. I'm Princess Bun Bun, here with my Bun Buns. We do art here, and yeah, welcome. Today's going to be a little bit of a weird day in my head. I have an appointment to go to this afternoon, so we definitely won't be doing an afternoon stream today. I'm gonna get that out of the way right away. Okay, first we meet the buns. Say good morning, Maya. You guys know who she is. This is Maya. She is my fibromyalgia bunny and first of the Bun Buns. So she's like the big sister and my main girl. I absolutely adore her. Say good morning, Maya. Look at that funny face. These button eyes just get me on. She likes to sit right underneath my laptop. That's what she likes. She's very much wondering, when is my new outfit gonna be here? It'll be here soon. We also have two of the bunnies that represent the 4 responses to fear because I'm having fear responses this morning. So firstly up, we have this guy. This is Fisticuffs. He is the fear response of fight. And he says good morning like, ha, hiya, hiya. Wanna go? You wanna go? Look at that mohawk. It's just the most adorable mohawk I've ever seen. It's super soft too. Anyway, he's got like a fighty personality, but he is actually just the sweetest thing inside. When he gets scared, he gets fighty. He's very good at jujitsu. Put you in a bunny cup holder. We also have the flight response bunny. Oh, let me take this off for her. She was wearing that. This is the flight response Bun Bun. She has these cute little things on her head. And she also has wings. Look at those wings. Aren't they cute? So, yeah, this is Flit. Flit. But my husband calls her tailless. And I fuss at him for it. Because it's not her fault she doesn't have a tail. I think that they forgot to put the tail on this bunny. But that just makes her specialer. You ready? Yeah, you gonna sit with Fisticuffs? Okay. Alright, folks. Let's just try to not talk about my tooth and see if I ignore it, if it'll go away. Alright, yesterday, day before yesterday we did the rainbow. Then we did the clouds that afternoon. Then we did, in the morning, we did the Emerald City. And then we started to do, we tried to do the Yellow Brick Road. And I wanted to do it differently than I've done it before. You've all seen these a few times now, but these are the previous versions that I have done of the Yellow Brick Road. I am not always fond of drawing lines because those patterns can get a little funky for me. So I thought, hey, maybe I can use texture and some tricks of light and dark pattern to create a brick look without having to draw the lines. And as I was doing it, I became less confident that this would work. So we put that to the side and we did this greenery grass up here. And I had never tried that blend before and I didn't swatch it first. So it came out a lot darker than I intended it to. We're going to try to lighten it a little bit. But I'm still not sure what I want to do as far as the yellow brick road is concerned. I thought, you know, sleeping on it would help. Not really. I have a couple of like sort of ideas, but all right. Additionally, I have decided that I'm going to use the scumbling technique in these bushes along the front of the village and in this tree right here. I'm assuming it's a tree. I don't know. I made it a tree, didn't I? Okay. Then in here, we're going to do some tiny flowers, and then we'll color up the flowers around her. I don't know how much we're going to get done today, but we'll get to work on it in just a second. I wanted to show you that when I was in my building, I found this one. It's on the sandpaper. I had started using my Spectrum Noir illustrators, and I think that's blue gray. I was going to do this all in grays, but I've changed my mind. For one thing, I am still going to do this dress in blue grays. I'm going to probably use like warm gray or a neutral gray to do the actual girl. And the rest of it I want to do in like a sepia tone or maybe even like a reddish pink tone. But like monotone. So we're going to be doing this next, and then I promise that's the last version of these two classes I will do for a while. I really love these classes, this particular topic. Okay, so to start with, I'm going to take the lightest color in this blend for the grass. And I'm going to, you know what, first I'm going to test this. Let's test this. But also, first I need to put on my art ears. Today is yellow day. I don't have a clean yellow shirt right now. I really need to replace these ears. They poke me right here. The little metal pokers are sticking out of the top. But whatever. I'm not wearing a yellow shirt today. Instead, I am wearing my emotionally exhausted shirt. That's from Philly DeFranco's beautiful bastage. That's not how you say it. When I start to say a curse word on screen, I change it into something else. I'm sorry. Go look up Philip DeFranco news show, and you'll see he has a merch shop. All right, let's swatch this. This might have been a better color to go. Hang on. I think I might have got mine. No, it looks fine. Also, if you would like to see what I am bouncing and jiving and jamming to, and sometimes humming and singing, I'm not good, but I enjoy it. It's, see if I can do it this morning. Go straight in, go straight over, right there. I have a little screen share right there of my Spotify mini player. Let's see how that blends. Okay. I'm gonna put this color, this lightest color, down first. I mean, honestly, I don't feel like that's a lighter color. I think it's just a different tone. Alright, let me try something else. Hang on. Let me... YG06. Let me try this. We're gonna try this blend. That's almost a different tone. Okay, we're gonna go with this. We'll just see what happens, yeah? I mean, hang on. This is, this is a slightly different color. Let's see how this comes out. I'm sorry. This is what I mean when I say we do experiments. Let me let that dry for just a sec. Now, which one do I like better? I feel like this is the best blend, the last one. It usually is the last one I try. You never know. Okay, so I'm gonna put the lightest color down first so that we'll have some of it peeking through. I don't want the chisel in. Peeking through the darker color. And I'm just gonna put one smooth coat of this. Alright, and we're going to come up here to this little tree behind the house, the villages. I got all of the rest of my nails filed last night except for my pinky nail on my left hand. I still need to do that one, and I will let you guess whether I fell asleep without finishing that hand or whether I left that pinky undone to do on the stream today. What do you think? Which one is it? I want this little section of hair to be like a strand coming out, so I'm going to fill in this little area right here with green. So one more place that I'm gonna add the foliage is right here. I want to break up the flowers a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna do scumbling, and I'm gonna try to do this really small and not go crazy with it. I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes I have trouble keeping things to scale. Let me practice over here real quick. So something like that. We're just gonna go over the things you can take back. I'm not really being very discriminate about where I put this color because it's such a small area. I don't think it really matters that much. I may come back through with this G29 at the end, or after the first layer. We could do it after the first layer and just come back with a second layer. Yeah. So let me say that this is not tutorials. I'm not presenting this class. I'm not teaching you anything. These are my disclaimers. I'm here because I'm doing art anyway, and I thought I might just come and have a conversation with somebody. Someday that might happen. So I decided to start doing my art that I do every day anyway while recording my art. I decided to just start live streaming. Partially because I wanted to kind of just get this stuff going and start sharing. And I'm still learning Final Cut Pro. So the videos that I have, hopefully one day I will be able to edit them, but for the time being, I'm just doing this. I don't really feel like there's much difference between a live stream and a well-cut video, at least not when you're referring to sharing art. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not trying to be all over producing these things. Next color, YG13. I'm gonna go real sparing with this, somewhat in the highlight areas, but we don't have to put a lot down because this is the color we started with. Bring this through the center, bring this at the kind of the top of the tree. I want to give a little shout out to the first person that I don't know to ever actually come into the live chat while I'm streaming. And her name, or his name, their name, is I just had it in my mind. I'll think of it again. Fable Bunny? Yes, that's what it was. Fable Bunny. They complimented me on my nails. And that was very sweet. And if I had a reward to give somebody, I would, for being the very first person to ever comment during a live. I also had a comment on one of my videos from Monday's stream. I think the name was Megan something. I'll have to look that up for you guys. So I'm trying to figure out what I feel about this color combo. And what I'm feeling is it needs a little bit of a darker color. So I'm gonna come right here. I'm just being messy and coming at the bottom of the bushes. And then where there's like a little dip, add a little of this to the top. For this little side piece right here, I'm gonna go kind of like around the bottom, around the sleeve. But I'm also gonna like put some kind of up here. Right. And then I come in the shadow areas here. Again, up against the hair a little bit. And then down here. And then up here at the top, kind of like a little triangle, I guess. And then along here, I'm gonna go at the bottom. And I have a thought that the yellow brick road will actually look better once all this is filled in. So that's the reason that I'm not coming back. That's one of the reasons I'm not coming back to it yet. Okay. And I'm just gonna come back through with the same colors and blend that out.
This is a reminder. Take an ashwagandha.
Oh, I have my vitamin today.
This is a
Give
reminder.
me just a second.
Take an ashwagandha.
It's very, very small area, but it makes a difference to the overall image, for sure. Okay, next we're going to do YG23. And then really I'm going to bring this last color just through the most highlighted areas. I feel like my voice sounds like a frog this morning, but I'm not sure. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of put this in the lightest areas of each section. We're going to call that area done. Kind of like it. Now we're going to play with these little houses for a minute. Little village. I'm going to start with E44. I can't believe I caught that. Sit on top of the world. So I'm just gonna come along the actual houses, not the roofs. I'm not doing the cast shadows just yet. Kind of the way we did the Emerald City. That's basically what I'm doing here. Take more time. Okay. So I'm gonna run back through and do the cast shadows. Come out a little bit right here. And come out this way. This one. Okay, I think that's good. So now we're gonna grab YR31, and this is gonna be fast. I want basically this color. I'm literally just gonna swipe this at the bottom of the windows that I created. Okay, that just gives a little bit of definition to the windows. I'm going to use BG93. Why not? I'm just going to come around this trash can right here. I don't know why there's a trash can there, but I'm going to color it. That's BG93. And then E13. I just made that whole thing up. So. Alright. I need R03 and R35, 42, and RV. Pink, red, blue. Purple. Orange. And green. Okay. I'm going to take the darkest of each one of these little 2 sets to color the edges of the village roofs, and then we'll blend it out with the lighter color. As I go through this, I'm going to try and catch the cast shadows here as well. There's not very many. There's a little bit of a cast shadow right here. I'll just make that a little thicker like that. Well, I maybe shouldn't have put the green one right here. It's gonna fade into the grass a little bit, maybe? I don't know. But we did it, so we'll just go with it. Yeah. That was pretty simple. So now I'm gonna take the same, I'm gonna do the same thing to this that I did with the bottom of the houses. Just really quick. And go over each color with the lighter color. It's just gonna blend out kind of on its own. missed this little guy right here. I'm gonna put this light pink over this purple one down here. You can switch up which colors you use on top of which area and make it look a little different. If you have the things that are the same color. Oop, that's the wrong color. Hang on. Come over this purple with this pink. I didn't mean to put that there. I meant to come over the red with this pink. And grab Y00. And go over this groove. And then take this yellow, yeah, not that one. Bring this yellow over the orange one. And take this purple over the other purple, I think. How about that? I'm pretty happy with that. We're going to use these same colors as well as these ones. These are going to be our blends for flowers. There's a little worm in here. Okay, so I'm going to take the lightest color in each of these blends and make some tiny dots. Tiny dots. I'm going to start like right here around the bottom of this area. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna bring this lighter color back over these to let them fade and fuzzy up a little bit. This one. How are you guys doing today? Middle of the week. Are you ready for the week to be over already? I kinda am. I really don't want to go to this appointment today. You'll always hear me complaining when I have to go somewhere. I don't like to leave my house. Like, I just don't. Even if I'm going to my other house, because I don't, like, live there yet. I just don't like to leave my house. It's a lot. It's very overwhelming and physically taxing. This one to blend this out, and then I'm going to use this one in another spot to blend out with this one. This is one of the types of techniques that I get really meditative kind of with. Get focused in on it. Because it's stippling, that's kind of the technique name, I guess. And stippling annoys me. I'm doing it anyway, but it does annoy me. And it annoys me because I struggle a little bit to do it very well. But I've been practicing for a while now, so it's getting easier. I just still really don't love it. But this creates a really, really pretty part of the background. So I had an idea yesterday. I've always been pretty well known for arguing. When I say that, what I mean is I argue the perspective of things a lot. So, like, it doesn't matter what side someone puts out as their perspective. I have a tendency to be like, then again, on the other hand, just devil's advocate here, and I argue the other side. It's inevitable. I almost always do it. So I was kind of thinking, what if I like put a thing up that says ask me or give me a topic and tell me what your stance on it is, and then I will attempt to argue the other side, whatever it is. What y'all think about that? We could call it the devil's advocate game. I like that. I'm gonna do these flowers right here as well. The reason I'm being so quiet today is because my mouth hurts. I'm just trying to deal with it. Red. I'm just mixing some of these up a little bit. Get different shading, such and such. Okay, so that is the tiny flowers. Now, those are going to look a little better when I come back through them with white at the very end. They're going to look a lot better. I might build them up a little bit more too. I just want to see how they look. Listen, I know I'm live. I have to go potty. So, I will be right back. It won't take me but a minute. I also need coffee. That's pretty fast. I'm back. I actually didn't need to make any more coffee. I picked up my cup and there was still half a cup in it. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is try to color up these tulips. Now, her dress is pink, so I want to put a different color up against her dress, and I think I'm going to start with this blue. I'm pretty much just going to use two colors for the tulip shapes and also a little bit of my light colors, the triple zeros and quadruple zeros. Come here. Okay. So we're going to start with B16. And I'm going to come down here. add one in here. I'm kind of simplifying the shape of the tulip here. Instead of breaking it down according to the sections that actually exist, I'm breaking them down my own way. I'm just going to bring this up, sort of, not all the way. Okay, I'm gonna grab B 000, and I'm just gonna use this to blend it a little bit more. I'm gonna blend, blend, blend. Okay. Let's see, what color do I want to make the next set?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't do that.
I did not ask my iPad to respond to me. How about not this? Let's do this. The BV colors. Trying to make sure I hit the cast shadows on the flowers too. My eyes are starting to get a little blurry on these, but we're gonna go with that for now. Okay, so I'm gonna come back over them with the BV 00 and probably BV 000. It does look a little messy. I could put another layer there. To be honest, I don't want to right now. I just want to see how this comes out. And I'm just gonna take this BV 000 and apply it to the entire area of these purpley flowers. I want to wet these down so they spread pretty good. Should we do red? Or yellow? Orange? I think I'm gonna do red. This is gonna be real messy. So I'm gonna do the cast shadows first. So cute. And come over it with R000. I'm sorry, R00. Yes, I need to build a coming back soon screen. I need to build a stream loading screen as well, so that people don't see me just sitting here chewing on my lip while I arrange my windows first thing in the stream. Okay. I like that. That's good enough. What about these tiny little ones back there? I think I'm gonna do them like a orangey color. Yeah. Let's do Y38 and how about Y21? Looks good. I'm really just gonna do like the bottom of them kind of. I'm kind of going over these blossoms to color them in, but I'm also bringing that up a little bit towards the road so that it looks like there's some of these flowers kind of behind it. It's not just a sharp disappearance in there. Woo! I've done a lot. So most of this is going to be greenery up in here and coming down this way. And I'm still trying to decide what I want to do about the road. The more I look at it, the more I kind of like it. I might add in some bright yellow to it through the center. Let's do that. So Y06, sorry, Y08. I'm just gonna dab that kind of through the center here. And through any of the lighter areas here. My head itches. because, I mean, it is a yellow brick road. It's not a brown brick road, right? What do we think about that? I'm going to bring this yellow up into this cast shadow here. I'm trying to both tone it as well as improve the texture. And in general, I'm just fiddling with this. So maybe it will come out, maybe it won't. But if it doesn't come out, I'll do something else with it. This is one of the things I like working with markers, is that for the most part, you don't get a wax buildup like you do with colored pencils. So to a certain degree, you can just keep going and adding more colors and blending it out, and you just keep going till it looks how you want. Layers are really useful when you're doing any kind of art. If you just layer it up over and over, you get more to play with, I guess. Like, if you put down too much ink or colored pencil or even crayon right at the beginning, and you fill in the tooth or you soak the paper with the ink, makes it difficult to really adjust your tone and fine-tune things the way you want. Putting all of your medium down in one layer, I mean, it works if you want to get it done fast. It's an excellent thing to do. But for me, I feel like I would rather take the time to go through it and do a little bit at a time. I will admit, I already think that I like that a lot better. I'm going to bring this yellow through a little bit of the edge. Not a lot of it. I almost feel like I'm trying to create what in my mind looks a little bit like cobblestone, which gives me the idea that I wonder if I can, instead of doing like brick patterns, I could do like square. I could do cobblestones that are like irregular, uneven. I don't know. Okay. Let me grab a dark green here. BG 96 maybe? Yeah. So I'm just filling some of this in. Some greenery. The smaller spaces around, I'm just kind of like dabbing again. And then anywhere I have like the space to do some little flicks, I'm doing that as well. And add a little leaf, or yeah, a leaf right there. I'm going to do the ones back here a little bit differently as well. I'm going to go around the empty space here. Okay, so I'm going to grab a lighter green and come through these, then I'll come back over them and kind of surround the, what am I trying to say? I'm going to surround the stems. But first I'm going to come through these leaves here. These little flicks here. And I'm basically just going to come over all of this area where there's stems with this color. Kind of just gonna fill it in. Excuse me. I don't remember what color I just used. BG96? Was that it? Mm. And basically with this one I'm just leaving some spaces. Around some. I'm not trying to be like perfect with it, but okay. That looks kind of neat. It's just really simple. I didn't want to get too detailed with it. Add a little more to here. Just darken it up a little bit in here. Making it kind of rough looking. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'll bring back G 000 on it, just to give it a little blend. I'm gonna use the chisel in. Show you how you can do that real fast. I like that. Okay. We've done a good bit of this morning. And done a little bit of touch up on our yellow brick road, which is looking better to me right now. I'm going to show you a couple of things, and then we're gonna jump offline for me to get ready to go to my appointment. The first thing I wanted to show you is this little book that I made a few years back. It's not exactly the prettiest thing in the world, but I had fun making it. It's not like I'm a bookmaker. it has this inner flap that's hard. This thing, I don't like. It came out really far. I didn't mean for it to come out so far. You know, I just meant for it to. But it's got a lot of foldy in it. Foldy. Anyway, yesterday I had mentioned I want to make a stuffy book. So this is some of the stuff I've collected together for it. I want to put pictures and so like we've got the chronic pain bunny and put that there, or I could flip it over and use it like that for, but not all of them have these, so and also the front of them are kind of cute, but I could also just use the sticker to represent who each one is. Anyway, so we'll have the little logos. I want to print out the description for each bunny that they have on the website because they're totally cute, the way they describe them. And you know, there'll be a picture of each bunny. It'll have what the bunny represents and what the bunny's name is and when the bunny came to us and became part of the family, and like their favorite colors and how their voice sounds and what their personality is, and I think it would be cute. And I have, you know, stuffies that aren't bunnies that I could do this with as well. What is that? Oh, I guess. I don't know why that page is like that. Anyway, I thought that would be cute, so I'm going to start working on that. I could give like one page front and back to each stuffy. There's a lot of stuffies going on in this family, so I don't know. I just thought this would be a cute idea, something for me to fiddle with here and there. And I have this. I'm going to start working on this. It's a spiral. I don't know if you've ever heard of spiroglyphics, but I have a bunch of books, and it's something I got into more recently when I'm kind of struggling in my mind and I can't really think of anything to do. I'll grab one of these and a fine liner and color them up. This one is from Bad ASS Women. That's one of my books, and it's a really tiny one. I'm bringing this one with me today on my orange clipboard to work on during the appointment. I pretty much always bring something to color with me wherever I go. Pretty much always. And then I also have this. It's the bail that goes on my collar. And my husband bought me a, give me a second. My husband bought me this pretty necklace. And I want to basically center the pendant inside of the bail. I think that will look so pretty, and I've been thinking for a while on how to do this, and what I bought over here, excuse me, I bought some of these. They're eye pins. I think that I can get the eye pin to go through here and come out, and then I'll be able to suspend the pendant in the middle. And I also bought myself a pair of earrings that will kind of match that, so once I get that put together, I'll be able to wear it. So there's that. That's something I'm going to work on in the next day or so, maybe, well, you know, in the next week. And then I also have all these pom-poms in different sizes. And I have this ribbon So it's cross grain ribbon in white and black. It's a 1/4 inch, 50 yards of each. And I have these pieces of felt that I've cut. I need to get my scissors for this out of my building. So I've got different colors of felt. That's for making ears out of. I've got some squiggly eyes I might use. I also have these I might use for eyes. And hair bow clips. So the ribbon goes on the hair bow clip, and then I'm going to make little pom-pom bunnies to go on my hair. So that's a project I'm working on. I would like to do that on camera with you guys. I'm making a mess over here. And then, what else do I have? I think that's enough for now. Before I leave, I'll let you look at that for a couple more minutes while I pick these up, because before I leave for the day, I'm going to file this pinky nail on camera for you guys. Those are just a couple of the little projects I have running around here that I'm trying to find. I gather them together so I can do them. I don't know about you, but when I'm planning a project and I'm trying to gather all the materials that I need, maybe buy this or buy that, I lose them. I lose the parts. And then the project gets put to the side for like ever and a day because I can't find the parts to the project and get them all in one place at one time. So I've sort of come up with a sort of solution for that, which is I use buckets for everything. And I just like throw relevant parts into buckets. I'm making a mess. Pay no attention. Y'all, I have the dropsies today. I like to put my markers away with the when I store them standing up like this, I put them in with the brush tip pointing down. I'm not putting them in any order right now. My anxiety is like notching up for me. It's wonderful. Isn't that what you love? When you have somewhere you have to go, somebody you have to meet, something you have to do, and your anxiety is just like, "Arr!" all up in your face. But like, you know you have to do the thing anyway. Come here. Come here. I need you to pick up this marker. Give me a sec. Bye. I'm back. I don't know why I said bye. Does anybody else know why I said bye? I'm not leaving yet. These are some little tiny things that I was working on. Some lips. This is a Little Mermaid Shrinky Dink. And that is a Yam Puff Chibi Girl I was coloring. And then I have these stained glass things. I love to color stained glass images because I like to put them away. And then later I'll come back and like laminate it, put it around windows. And I want to kind of edge all of my windows in my studio with those little stained glass images. I colored a bunch of them, bunches and bunches. Okay, so this is where we're gonna leave our art. I think it's looking pretty crate. I was gonna say creamy for some reason. I don't know why I thought that creamy should be the word that I say. I'll tell you someday about me and my word issues. Anyway, I think it's looking pretty good. It's a little different than the others, which is exactly what I wanted. I want it to be different than the others. So let's put this away. Let me grab my piece of felt. Felt catches nail dust pretty well. So to do this, all I do is I file the end of the nail until it's short enough, which short enough, anxiety, but now, all up in your face. That's exactly how my anxiety is. I just file the end until I've shortened it enough, and the way I know if I've shortened it enough, I don't really measure anymore. I just get it up against my fingertip, and then after that, I just put another layer of top coat on it and cure it. It's a really simple way to kind of refresh your look, because your nails are going to grow out, and kind of, as long as you don't push your cuticles back, like I need to, and I need to do cuticle care really bad, and I will soon, but I avoid it, I procrastinate it, I avoid it. I don't like the cuticle care part. That's the part that I have to do, and the part that I reward myself for doing the cuticle care with is getting to do the nail art. Make it pretty. If you can't make it fun, at least make it pretty. If you can make it fun but you can't make it pretty, you can do that too. Personally, I prefer to make it fun and pretty. There's no amount of anything that can make cuticle cleanup fun for me, and I don't think it makes my nails pretty either. It just makes them not as prone to the skin peeling right off. So this is pretty simple. Like I said, I love this nail file. It's from a cart. It's a 180/240 grit. I buy these in bulk, and basically all I'm doing is I want to make sure that I get it even. This is not how you should file your natural nail, just saying. You will destroy your natural nail if you do this, but these are overlays. My natural nail doesn't even come out to the edge under here. So I'm not even filing my natural nail at all. I don't go across the top. Not when I have like the nail art on it. And I try to always file either straight down. I don't file on the way back up. So you hit it straight down, and if I need to, I'll go back and forth this way, but I don't go up because that will push the nail wrap up off of the edge of the nail, and I don't go over because if you file over your design, it's gonna disappear. All right, so that was pretty easy. Let me make sure that it's even. Make sure that it's not shoved into my nail, and then we're going to use the 240 side, which is the more fine grit, and just smooth it. And then I like to go zip around the edge of the nail on the corner to just round it a tiny bit. I'm not as good at this using my right hand as I am with my left hand. I'm a left-hander. Alright, so now I just use my nail brush, get all the dust off. That was really simple, right? And then I need a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Not a lot, just a little. The only thing you want to do is, because you've got that dust on there, the nail brush won't always get it off. So before you put on your top coat, you do this, and this will also remove any oils or like fingerprints that you might have got in there. Just swipe the rubbing alcohol over your nails. Now, I haven't taken off the original top coat. Didn't take it off. I just file it at the edge and then clean it and then reapply the top coat. So we're going to do that right now. I love this little nail lamp. I have to run it twice to make sure everything fully cures, but it's super convenient. So I use it a lot when I'm doing my touch-ups like this, but I always use my big nail lamp when I'm doing overlays. So just gonna apply the top coat. Make sure you get down the sides. It's really important when you're doing your top coat and trying to make your nail art last longer that you cover all of the area. And then I'm gonna go right around the edge. My hand's shaking a lot. Go right around the edge so you can kind of encapsulate the whole thing. Check to make sure there's none left on your nail. If I was doing my whole nail, I wouldn't do that. I mean, doing my whole hand, I wouldn't do that. But I'm just doing the one nail. Usually I use like a Q-tip or something. A Q-tip or something. And then we're gonna cure that. Wait, why is this not working? No, hang on. Give me a second. Helps if you turn it on, right? So we're just gonna sit here for 60 seconds, and then we're gonna sit here for another 60 seconds, and then this is done. So it's a really simple way to keep your nails up. Even if you go and get your nails done at a salon, you can always shorten the front free edge of your nail a little bit to prolong your manicure. So if it chips, anything like that, you can just do what I just did. File it, shape it, clean it, gel top coat. It'll do the trick every time. Coffee. Now my coffee cup is empty. I'm getting pretty good at not having to get up and go get coffee. I still will sometimes. All right, we're gonna do this for another 60 seconds. Again, I want to remind everybody, I will not be here streaming this afternoon. Going to an appointment that I don't want to go to. But I will be back in the morning, and we will continue working on our little image, and who knows, I might have some other stuff to do with you tomorrow. At this point, it's kind of just I'm coloring until I've gathered enough of my other projects together that I can start swapping things out. I might even start doing multiple things at the same time, because it's getting hard to focus through the whole stream. My ADHD is like going nuts. There it goes. And we're done. See? Easy peasy. Nail art. Refreshy. I did all these ones. I'm not bleeding. I'm still not bleeding. That's just still RO5 alcohol ink on my thumb from the other day. It's a little hard to get the shine and glitter to focus. Something I've been working on for years. How do you focus shiny things? It's hard to take pictures of glitter. Anyway, I thought you might like to see that. Like I said, it's a super cool way to just make your manicure last a little longer. And before I go, I'm going to hydrate my nails. You can do this every day. It does help with the cuticle mess from the psoriasis. I have different kinds of cuticle creams and oils that I use. I swap them out on a regular basis. This is one of my favorites though. It smells super good. And I am a person who likes things that smell super good. I'm always sniffing stuff. Very sensitive to smells. Very sensitive to smells and sounds. So, the appointment that I'm going to today has to do with getting contractors hired and plans done for parts of the remodel of the new house. So I'll be going over there, and that place is officially, the name of it is the Bunny Palace. I don't know why we name everything in this house. It used to be called the West Wing when my mother-in-law owned it. Alright, so give your cuticle a good little massage. And look, let me tell you something. I always have what I call art hands. I wash my hands like 3 times a day minimum, but I always have art hands. So I'm going to tell you, if your nails look good, nobody notices as much that you have marks on your skin everywhere from doing art. Nobody cares. Nobody should be looking that close anyway. This up, you guys. I thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining me. If you see this video later and you have comments or questions, or you just want to chat, thank you. And leave a comment, and thank you for leaving a comment. Thank you all for joining in the live chat. And yeah, this is Periwinkle Palace Arts. I'm Princess Bun Bun, and me and my buns, we do arts pretty much every day. And that's what we did today. And I have so many more arts for you to do in the future. For me to do for you in the future. I can't word today, y'all. I hope you have a great rest of the day. I'll see you in the morning. Bye!